The truth of the matter is, someone who is lazy or willard can never feel the bliss of Gurbani, Naam or Simran. You can write this down. For example, someone has to catch a train in the morning. The man who goes to sleep at about 9:30 or 10, and then when does he wake up? At 4. After waking up at 4 in the morning, what is the first thing he does? We're watching him right now. He's sitting there in silence. God, you've given me such a nice bed. There are many that don't even have a bed to sleep on. There are many sleeping on the streets. How grateful. Then he does some push-ups and starts stretching for a few minutes. Worked out for a bit. Then what next? He starts to rub oil on his whole body. Safar karna bhai. Took 5 or 10 minutes to massage himself. Then he takes a good long shower. Rijna. Properly showered using soap from top to bottom. Pura nata vadiya. He's feeling fit and fresh. Now then, after that, he sits down with his eyes closed. Chants for 10 minutes. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, how blissful. Lo ji, after that, Nitnem kita. Took a half an hour for that. And now it's 5 o'clock. Now around 5 or 5:30-ish, he comes out and his wife says, I've made breakfast for you. For us village folk, it's more like, Parantha banaya. If it's city people, they usually like to have bread with jam or something of that sort. Apne aap fir siddha vi parantha hi hai, lo ji. Now listen, he sat on the dining table. Then to his wife he says, come sit, so she sits next to him. She's put effort into making the food, so obviously she wants some appreciation. Bhi swad baniya, main bhi swer di lagi hoiyan uth ke. Je tu 4 baje uthya, main bhi 4 baje di uthi hoiyan. So now he's eating his breakfast and having a nice conversation with his wife. She's happy too because he's actually spending some time with her. He asks her how the kids are behaving. Then he calls the kids over and tells them to focus on their studies and whatnot. Make sure you behave, I'll be back in 2 days. Before leaving, he goes to his mom. Bebe, make sure you take your medicine. Now she's happy because her son cares about her. He greets his dad. His wife is really happy because he complimented the food. So she packs him more to go. Take this as well, please. Now he's sat in the car. And since he's on time and in such a good mood, he's got loads of time. So he drives slowly. He's driving slowly at 60 or 70 kilometers. And he decides to turn on some kirtan. Lo ji, Bani di tape sare raah sunda gaya. If he's on a motorcycle, then he's singing Bani on the way to the station. If he's on the bus, then he still puts on his headphones and listens to Bani the whole time in bliss. He gets to the station and he's arrived early. At this point, he's feeling great since he's got time to relax. So he drinks some coffee and calmly boards the train. As soon as he takes his seat, he says, oh mine, let's read some more Bani. And the whole way he's reading and contemplating the Guru's Gyan. Look how blissful his day has been. We're watching him in awe. His body isn't hurting because he worked out in the morning. He's not falling asleep or yawning on the train because he slept on time. His family is happy with him since he spent time with them before leaving. Now this next guy is like us, lazy. The movie didn't finish till 1 in the morning. When was he supposed to wake up? 4 a.m. But he woke up at 6. He couldn't wake up. After waking up at 6, will he say, Jeh Prasad, Sukh Sej Soija? Will he say that? Hayo 6 baj gaye. Jumps out of the bed like a criminal on the loose. He brushes his teeth for about 20 seconds. You can't really call that brushing. Then he says, forget about taking a shower. Chhaddo pare, no nahi. I can't shower because then I'll be late if I do. The guy didn't even take a shower. After quickly brushing, he quickly puts his clothes on. He didn't get time to do any exercise, nor did he meditate. When he comes out of his room, his wife says, I've made some breakfast for you. Take that parantha out of my face. Can't you see that I'm late? Are you blind? Do your eyes work? Oh, tenu paranthiyan di paiya, main late haan. Look at the time. Behaving like a man possessed. Aren't you going to say bye to the kids? Get them out of my way. I don't have time. And you think he'll talk to his parents? Now his wife is in utter shock. I've been working in the kitchen for 2 hours and he doesn't even listen to anything I have to say. He gets in his car and he starts ripping it so fast. No nitnem, no bani, no dhyan, no gyan, nothing. And he's driving so fast that a cop comes. Where do you think you're going? And gives him a speeding ticket. Take this. Now he's even more stressed. And when he finally does get to the station, the train is left. He missed the train, so what now? He buys a new ticket, wastes some more money, and he finds out that the next train is leaving at lunchtime. So now he's got 6 hours all to himself. Now at this point, let's say he sits down. I think right now, I should close my eyes and meditate. Tell me, will he be able to focus? He'll remember his wife's sad face and he'll call her to apologize and beg for forgiveness. His whole family is upset. Listen, try to understand. His body is aching and tight. His digestion is all messed up. Pay attention. I'm not saying this stuff to make you laugh. You'll say, what kind of katha is this? But katha must be understood through these practical examples. Until you don't understand how to make that gyan practical in your everyday life, how in the world will you understand true bliss and spirituality? Bliss comes only after hard work. Bakshish Rabb di vart diya. What is bakshish? Guru's gyan, wisdom. And when you make that wisdom practical, that's when bliss comes. Idna hi samjhna pehna. Now that person, the guy who just messed up his whole day, now he says, well, now since I've got some time, I'll read some meanings of Gurbani for a bit. He'll open the pothi, but his mind will go to that speeding ticket, to his upset wife, kids and family. He's messed it all up himself. Beda gark karke. After messing up his own system, he'll close his eyes and feel bliss. You can even bring him the biggest saint in the world. Onu kave aaja tenu main naam japawa. Close your eyes. He still won't be able to focus. The reason is his whole system is upset. His practical life is really messed up. How can you make him calm inside? One who doesn't fulfill his responsibilities, who doesn't even know his duty for his own body, who doesn't have a clue of the role he has to fill as a husband, as a son, what his duty was, who doesn't know that, doesn't know that you should sleep on time. That person, there's no one in the universe that can make that person calm. Which Baba will you bring to give him bliss? It won't happen. Oda Gurbani ch vi man nahi lagna. Koi dhyan nahi us bande da tikna pyare ho. Now take your attention back to that first person that we were talking about. That guy, the first guy, slept on time, woke up on time, stretched, did push-ups, massaged himself, then showered, then talked to his wife while eating breakfast, greeted his family with love. Nitnem vi ohne kitta si. On the way there, he listened to Gurbani in the car, got to the station 10-15 minutes early. He did everything properly. Someone comes up to that guy and says, Bhai Sahab, Hanji, aajo thoda chir simran kariye. He replies, what will happen with doing simran? You'll get anand. Since I woke up this morning, I've been having anand the whole time. How long will the anand last? We'll do it for 10 minutes, but I've been in bliss. My anand hasn't gone anywhere. Since I've woke up, I've been feeling bliss. My getting up was blissful. My showering was blissful. When I was working out, I was in anand. Sitting with my wife, I was in anand. Sada anand rahe din rati. Day and night I'm in bliss. My entire life is in bliss. This is what they mean by gun gawa din raat. How else? How else can you sing day and night? Everything we do, our day, our night, our sleeping, our being awake, getting up, sitting down, doing work, people who take care of their responsibilities are the most calm. Out of all my brothers sitting here, take note of this right now. your to-do list today, whoever's completed it is fully relaxed. Whoever put their work on hold, had to clean the house, I'll do it tomorrow. Had to do the bills, I'll do it tomorrow. Had to do other work, left it for later, and now as the list is increasing, their stress is increasing. However much effort a person puts into finishing his tasks, the more calm he is after. If you truly want calmness of the mind, then understand your responsibilities first. What are they? Then start to take care of them the right way, and your mind will start to become calm. Wherever you go, fulfill your role perfectly. The woman, the wife of the first guy that we were talking about, you know what she says? I hope I have a husband like you in every life. What does his mom say? In every life may I have? Bolo Singho, may I have a son like you? बच्चे कहंदे ने हर जन्म विच तेरे वर्गा डैडी मिले. And what about the second wife? The second guy who didn't do anything right, didn't eat breakfast, didn't sleep on time. What do you think his wife is thinking? What do you think? Can she be happy? Can the mom be happy? If the guy isn't taking care of any of his responsibilities, how can anyone be happy? Please take note of this concept, Singho. Listen closely. Try and understand your responsibilities. Look, if you were to be invited to a wedding, Sade ji vyah hai bacche da aayo. Suno. Let's say someone's invited to a wedding, a cousin's or a relative's wedding. As soon as he arrives there, they say, here son, have some water. Mami le aayi pani, nanake le aayi pani. After drinking water, they say, here, have some tea and biscuits. Come on, what are you talking about? Mommy, you sit here and I'll get you some tea. This guy isn't there to be a special guest or a relative. This guy's running around everywhere, helping over here, helping over there, helping everywhere, taking care of all the responsibilities. Duty nibaunda. When that person leaves after the wedding is over, people remember that single person. That guy was the example of a true volunteer. Man, he took care of everything. We invited him as a guest, but he took all the responsibilities and helped more than any of our own did. If it's his Masi's daughter, he treated it like it was his own sister's wedding. His Pua's daughter, anyone, even a friend. Kise rishtedari ch gaya, loki us bande nu bholde nahi. The guy who helps wherever he goes. Not the guy who wants people to serve him. The guy who wants to serve others. True honor only comes when you serve the world. Vich duniya sev kamaiye, ta dargah besan paiye. God is inside of you. You'll feel His presence only when you start doing your duties. Kam karna shuru karange. You can even try it out today, Singho. After you eat from the langar, take 5 or 10 people's dishes from them and wash them yourself. Vekhyo fir, try it out today. Or you can just take your dirty dishes and leave them there too. Whatever, someone wash them eventually. Fir vekhyo. Asal shanti teri practicality vich. Nothing comes until you make that wisdom practical. The person who isn't taking care of his own duties can never find mandi shanti in his life. Write it down.